So here's your first look at a retail and fake pair of the New Balance Basement 2002R. Can you see any differences between the two? Hopefully this comparison helps you. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at two pairs of the New Balance 2002R Basement collaboration. I really like this collaboration, but this is to help you if you are trying to authenticate your pair at home. The retail pairs here on the right, fake pairs here on the left, and I must emphasize that this does not support the counterfeit industry in any way. It's just to help you at home if you are trying to purchase a retail pair and what you should look out for. So, should we get straight into the comparison? Let's do it. So the first thing to note is the two boxes, and as you can see here, there's a clear size difference and color difference between the two. The retail one here, you can see the New Balance symbol on the top is lighter than the fake one here. The fake one, the box is darker and the symbol doesn't stand out as much as you can see here. Noticeable difference, these are both a US 10 in sizing, so they should be exactly the same, but the box is larger on the retail one compared to the fake one. And if I spin them around and show you the labels, you can see differences here. So as you can see from the labels, there is a clear difference between the two. The fake one is based on a different region to the retail one. The retail one here was purchased in the UK off eBay, and as you can see, the label is clearly different to that of the fake one. But what I would say is if your label matches either of these at home, just pause the screen and compare yours side by side and see if it matches either the fake one or the retail one, and you'll have a pretty definitive answer. But like I normally say in these videos, nobody really wants me to talk about the boxes for the entire time, so I'll open them up, take a look at the shoes. Let's open up the fake one first. So as you can see, this is how they come. One shoe comes wrapped, one doesn't. And I've had this pair for absolute ages and haven't done this comparison. So the paper's pretty ruined on the inside. But what I would say is when I did actually get them first off, the paper was covering entirely, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. Let's open them up and take out the shoes. So here are the two pairs. And at first glance, can you spot any differences? Comment them down below. Let's get straight into the comparison. So like I said earlier, the retail one was purchased from eBay, so it does come with the eBay authentication as well. But the most noticeable difference straight away is on the retail one, both sides come with spare laces. So on the left one, you get a big set of spare laces, as you can see here. And also on the right side, you also get a bag of spare laces. So you get a lot of spare laces with this pair. On the fake one, it doesn't come with any spare laces on the inside or in the box. So it's just not an option that they offer. So if you have a dead stock pair at home, just check out for the spare accessories that come with the shoe. The next difference I'm going to point out is the toe box of both pairs, and I'll hold these up to the camera and hopefully you can see a difference. So as you can see, the material length is different from retail to fake, and it makes the retail one here look a little bit lighter because the fake one, that material on the toe box is a little bit longer, and as you can see, a little bit more fuzzy, so it makes it a little bit of a darker color comparing them side by side. But it is relatively close, and if you had one pair in hand, it'd be a little bit difficult, but because I have both pairs in hand, it's quite easy to see. Also holding both pairs up to the camera and taking a look at the laces, you can see a clear color difference between the two. What I'd say is the retail one here, the laces kind of match the upper a little bit more. On the fake one, you can see they've gone for a more creamy vibe in general, and it just doesn't match that of the upper. Stands out a little bit compared to the retail one here. Quite an easy telltale sign between the two as you hold them up side by side. Spinning the shoes around to the back, and you'll see it is a collaboration between New Balance and the Basement, and you can see the text on the back heel counter here. You can see that it stands out a lot more and is a lot bolder on the fake one here compared to the retail one. The retail one's a little bit more of a grey hint to it, so it blends in a little bit more with the back heel, whereas on the fake one here, you can see how clear and obvious it stands out on the back heel counter. On the tongue of both pairs, you will see it does have the Basement logo once again. Once again, I would say it's different from retail to fake because the retail one here, the Basement logo is a lot bigger and bolder compared to the fake one, where it's a little bit smaller, and as you can see, it doesn't take up the whole of that oval shape like it does on the retail one. Quite an easy telltale difference once again between the retail and fake when holding them up side by side, and just something you should look for on your pair and checking at home. So like I said, these are both dead stock, never been worn, never been touched out the box, and the retail one here you can see is laced to that second top hole here. That's how they come dead stock laced. That's just how you should check them. However, the fake one did not come like this. As you can see, the top two holes are left exposed, doesn't come pre-laced through them, which is a telltale sign straight away, especially if your pair is dead stock. It should go through that second top hole, but the fake one just hasn't done that. I'm not too sure why, they just can't really be bothered, but it's a telltale difference if your pair is dead stock. If it's used, obviously you can't look for this because someone will have pre-laced this and changed the lacing, but something to look for if it is dead stock. I will give you a close-up of this, but it does have a B symbol here towards the bottom of the laces. And what I would say is a slightly more glossy look to it on the retail one compared to the fake one. You can see the retail one has a slight shine to it, whereas the fake one doesn't have this at all. The fake one has a more matte finish on this B. Also, if you look at the B in general, it looks a little bit larger on the fake one compared to the retail one. And if you look at the stitching going around this symbol, you'll see it's a lot cleaner on the retail one compared to the fake one. The fake one is a little bit messy in certain areas, and it just isn't as clean as it is on the retail pair. Spinning the shoes upside down, you'll see they do have a completely black tread. However, there is a difference here. So this section here, as you can see on the retail one, is extremely glossy and shiny. Whereas the fake one, it may look it in certain lightings, it isn't quite the same. So in certain lightings, you can see it does have a matte finish in certain sections, whereas on the retail one, it is meant to be shiny in these sections. So you can see a clear glossy look to the retail one, whereas the fake one just doesn't have the same kind of glossy look. Slightly more matte finish once again on the fake one. Spinning the shoes around to the back once again, and you can actually tell the overall shape between the two pairs is very different from retail to fake. You can see the retail one here is a lot higher in certain sections. The cut materials are a lot longer compared to the fake one. We can see it's a little bit shorter and a little bit fatter towards the heel. So there's a clear difference between the two in terms of the shape, which actually affects the overall shape of the shoe from the side and gives it a different appearance and a different feel on foot. What I would say is the 2002R for New Balance is an extremely comfy shoe and is one of their most renowned models, and it's just an everyday wear for me. I really do like the 2002R. I have it in multiple colorways, but what I would say is the fake one, it doesn't have the same feel, it doesn't have the same look on appearance from the side. It's just a different shape, and they've got the materials cut incorrectly. Looking at the outer side of both pairs once again, and you'll see it does come with this creamy New Balance symbol on the outside, which sticks out, as you can see here. What I would say is the fake one has got this incorrect. It's much larger on the fake one compared to the retail one. There is a clear difference in the two in terms of the sizing, and it's really obvious to see on the side that the fake one, the New Balance symbol on the side, is way bigger. And just like on the outside, this is the exact same on the inside. The New Balance symbol is way bigger once again on the fake one compared to the retail one. So because this is a 2002R model, you'll see on the outer side here of the retail one, it does say 2002R here. It's quite well blended in with the material, but it is placed up high, as you can see there, hopefully on the camera. Whereas on the fake one, you'll see it is actually slightly cut off by that lower black material, so you can't really see it as clearly on the fake one compared to the retail one. It's placed incorrectly, and the actual 2002R symbol is a different kind of text. It's a thicker text on the fake one compared to the retail one. It's quite hard to see, and I hope it's actually showing up on the camera because it is quite hard to see in certain lightings. But the fake one, as you can see there, is a larger, thicker text, and it is cut off. Going back to the toe box of both pairs, you will see there is this extra section of material down here on the retail one, which has a kind of wavy look to it. Whereas you take a look at the fake one, you can see it doesn't have the same look. The cut of the material is very different from retail to fake at the bottom corner here. And you can see that wavy look on the retail one right there compared to the fake one, where it just kind of has an oval look to it. It just curves like that. Clear difference between the two pairs, and something you can look at straight away again, especially on a US 10 sizing, because they should be exactly the same. What I would say about this pair is actually probably my favorite collaboration that New Balance has done in a long time. I really do like that segmented look from the black bottom to that kind of creamy gray upper. I think that looks absolutely crazy, and it's not something you see very often, and I think they've done a great job with this collaboration. Really do like it. But let's take a look inside the shoe. So move the spare laces to the side. The retail one comes with this paper shoe treat and also a New Balance label, and it says, in the case of exposure to moisture, you may experience color migration onto lighter sections of the shoe. So I think it's just telling you that if you wear these in bad weather, the black material kind of will blend into the lighter gray material. You get no such warning on the fake pair because I guess they just haven't taken the time to do that, but it's quite a nice little note from New Balance just to warn you. But I kind of hope my shoes don't get ruined. So I'm not sure it's going to show up that well on the camera, but there is actually a clear color difference between the two. This is the retail one here, and you can see it's a slightly more darker gray compared to that lighter color of the fake one here. Also, the fake one did come with that sticker as well, but the retail one didn't, but that's not too noticeable. In terms of the font size, you can see it is very different once again, with the retail one saying BSMNT all the way along, whereas the fake one, like, where's the B? The B is cut off, there's the S, M, and T. As you can see, it's just not the same as is in the retail one. The retail one shows the whole text, whereas the fake one does not. But hopefully this video has helped you if you are trying to authenticate your pair, because from first glance, they look reasonably close, but if you look a little bit closer, there are differences between the two pairs, and these are going for about £350, so you're going to want to make sure you get the real deal. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow, helps me do more videos just like this. I have the green version as well coming very soon. But thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day.